All right, we're in our third match here, and it's going to be China with the roster of Ku, Lao Shuai, Chudong, Allen, and Jiu Ye.
And they're going to be going against Hong Kong. So it's going to be the mainland against Hong Kong. And their team is going to be put up on the screen in just 1 second.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how China is going to be able to play against Hong Kong here. And there is Hong Kong's roster. We saw them play before: Kit, Mid, Miss, Hartley, and Lacia.
So what part of this match are you the most excited for, Sujay?
Yeah, I'm seeing, what China can do. China is, they have an all-star squad that comes from, the Honor of Kings game, and they're playing Arena of Valor for the Asian Games here. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to perform against their opponents, Hong Kong, who are a very formidable and pretty solid team as well.
I'm really excited to see the matchups, and I'm really excited to see the metas that these teams play. So the Chinese team coming from China and playing Honor of Kings, they're going to be playing a totally different meta with a different play style. So I'm excited to see what that holds in store for us.
Yeah, and what I heard is the players on China are mechanical gods. I mean, they're amazing superstars that play in the KPL or King Pro League in China, and they're here to represent their nation towards their path to qualify for the Asia Games in Jakarta.
The pressure really must be on these teams because this is the first time that esports is going to be represented at the Asian Games. And on this world stage, it's on them to make their country proud.
Definitely. All right, we're in the ban here. We have Team China going to have the first ban, first pick on blue side against their opponents, Hong Kong.
What kind of a ban do you think we'll see coming out from them, Sujay?
Yeah, I think they may have looked at the meta and watched, Teamy, Malik, Zenio are really popular bans. I think Hong Kong will ban Superman on the red side. It is a very obvious ban. Superman is a character that exists in Honor of Kings as well, so he's very strong and picked often in that game. So banning Superman is very smart against a team like China.
For sure. I'd love to see Team China come out with some off-meta heroes here. So coming from a different game, their metas are totally different. So maybe they'll try to catch Hong Kong off guard with some different heroes. We're going to see that Aram ban come out from Team Red over there. Really good pick because that disallows Team China from being able to first pick her.
Yeah, we have Wonder Woman being taken off. Lubu may show up as well. Teamy might be a good ban here because if they don't ban Teamy, China may first pick it. But we have really strong picks open, like Flash, Liliana are all open. Those are very strong picks. Omen as a side laner is also open as well. So let's see if they're going to decide to ban away to support here, or they're going to prioritize a side laner and give Teamy over, or potentially Alice over to Team China.
I'd love to see Hong Kong ban Teamy over here because that doesn't allow China to pick them first. And we're going to see some really strong supports being a key part because Aram is banned. So whoever snatches up the stronger support potentially will have a much stronger game.
Oh, they're going to ban Omen instead. That leaves Teamy and Alice open for both sides. And they're going to go ahead and first pick the Lubu right off the bat. This is something that in GCS we saw, teams in Taiwan first pick Lubu very often because he's so dominant. As we've seen throughout the qualifiers, Lubu is picked very, very often.
He's just picked time and time again. He just provides so much utility with that stun, slow, knock up, and then lifesteal too. So much sustain. Hong Kong is hovering over the Mega and Scud, maybe a little bit trolly. But looks like they're going to be hovering over the Max. A very good pick. And then locking in that Teamy for them over there. One of, if not the strongest support in the entire game.
Yeah, he definitely is one of the strongest support. Max being picked means ADC is going to be countered. Of course, Flash being open will be picked up. That's going to leave Liliana over to the side of Hong Kong. With Joker being picked, he's a little bit weak to Max, but he does have pick card, any card, makes him immune to that physical damage, so he can counter play against the Max here. And Flash can also and basically CC the Max once he gets on the backline, and Max can be in a really tough spot if that happens. So Liliana, as predicted, will be picked up, and along with Zephyrs being hovered here, they may opt for a Zephyrs jungle or even go for a side lane Zephyrs that we saw.
I really, really like Team China's composition over here. They have 3 basically assassins so far, so they're going to be able to dive in onto anyone who's low and then be able to snatch up that kill for their team.
Yeah, Joker is an ADC, but you can play him like an assassin. He has so much poke with his the killing joke ability that has so much range. And also, you pick a card, any card, allows him to get into a fight, get basically immune to physical damage, and it can laugh their ultimate that stuns. They go for Tara instead. We have, strong heroes like Silent Ryoma open, But Tara is going to be picked here. That buff to Tara is making her a much more popular hero. And look at that, Kresh is going to be picked. Kresh is actually a meta hero in the Chinese version of Arena of Valor. He is so strong in that game. So the fact that they're picking Kresh is they're going to go and focus on their comfort picks. But this is going to be a decisive composition that Team China is trying to run here.
I do wonder if Kresh is the right pick over here, but both the teams do need a jungler. It looks like Team China is going to be hovering over that Lindis, a very good pick. But with the Max on Team Hong Kong, I'm not sure that's a wise thing to do because Max can jump onto any ADC who's low and basically one-shot them with his liftoff ultimate.
Yeah, definitely. However, China is a team that has a reputation. They love to fight. They want to get in there and they want to force fights. They actually prioritize fighting, engaging more than objectives at times. So let's see how China will play aggressive here against the competition of Hong Kong, because Hong Kong does not have that strong of an early game either. Both teams don't have a really strong early game because there's no Tulin, there's no Omar, you know, there's no Ryoma. Lubu's somewhat strong early, but not as strong as the other heroes we just mentioned. And Zephyrs will be picked there. So it looks like it's going to be a jungle Zephyrs, a huge dive composition onto Lindis here. Team China has got to play careful.
I do wonder if Team Hong Kong has enough damage to be able to sustain them late game. Zephyrus kind of falls off, Tara kind of falls off, and Max, like, none of these really do that much damage except for Liliana. Do you think that Team Hong Kong will be able to outlast Team China in those team fights?
Yeah, the key for Zephyr is he's got to land his death from above, because when he lands it, he activates Thunder Crash, the debuff that makes all of his auto attacks and abilities do extra magic damage. That's what makes Zephyr so dangerous. And ADCs don't build a lot of defense. So if he lands death from above and lands all of his abilities onto a Lindis, he can literally combo her to death in just one rotation of his abilities. So that's something they have to be careful. Ku has to have perfect positioning against the Zephyrs here. So we need to watch how Kit is going to play the Zephyrs. And we know Miss is so great at Liliana. I feel like Miss is going to be the key to that team, especially in the late game.
For sure. And you can see that Team China actually has 3 squishies and 2 ADCs on their team into a Max. I think that Max is going to have a really, really great time with his liftoffs and just killing everything. I don't know how I feel about Team China's composition because they're just so vulnerable.
Yeah, it's going to come down to execution. It's going to come down to how they're going to team fight here. Because like you said, their picks are nice counters into Max, nice counters for Max to play into. Joker, ADC, Lindis, ADC, Flash, a mage that Max can easily get on, but Flash might be a little more susceptible to counterplay against Max because of his Cyclone ultimate. So let's see what they're going to do. They're going to 3-man rotate. Looks like they're going to check on a few things. Kresh has a punish. As you know, in Honor of Kings, Kresh is punished. He basically walks around and steals the farm from his opponents and basically denies them jungle. So let's see if Alan is going to do that on the Kresh. Looks like they're going to go ahead and just farm the side lane here and take it easy.
I do think that with this composition on Team China, I think if I were Kresh, I would have gone with maybe a heal to provide a little bit more sustain for those squishies, because as much as Crushed is good at babysitting your squishies, it's just I would rather have that extra kick over the punish and being able to take those camps.
Yeah, the reason why they take punish though is because they are just so confident in their team fight and their focus that they're able to delete an enemy before even needing to use heal. And Crush can farm and steal jungle away. Look exactly what they're going to do here. Yep, they're going to take away the jungle, and look at that 4-man rotation. Nicely done, precise by Team China. And when Kresh has punish, he can take the Vision Seagull, he can take his own jungle, and that will also regenerate his ultimate, because when he's level 4, he keeps attacking units. That red bar under his stat there, it allows him to activate his ultimate a lot quicker when he's auto-attacking minions, and that's what Kresh needs to do. He's going to try steals with the punish here, and no, he does not get it, and that's something that's going to put him a little behind.
As much as those seagulls, that's true, are just a little bit extra gold, they really, really do add up over the course of the game, because in the silence, every little bit of gold and XP counts.
Yeah, it definitely does, and looks like China, they're all positioning a dragon. No dragon spawning up soon. Look at the posturing. They're trying to get dominance on the side of the map, and look at this poke here from Lao Shuai onto Mist there. He's going to get half health, and they're going to start rushing the dragon immediately. This is huge. Hong Kong needs to respawn and try to take this away.
Yeah, look at Alan there holding his ultimate on the Crash, because whenever he gets low, he can just use his ultimate, and then his ultimate ability will give him a huge shield equaling to half of his maximum HP.
Oh no, the dragon's gonna get leashed back, and they're not gonna be able to take it. However, they know that they're ahead. They got the other team low. Look at it, it's a 5-man rotation on this dragon. Wow, Team China just being so decisive there with their rotation, but Tara is trying to rotate. She's gonna cut the wave here to try to get a lead onto Jioye here on Lubu. But Lubu is making his way right back to lane.
Tara's going to be caught a little bit out of position here. They might have a little bit of a skirmish, but Tara's ultimate does afford her a little bit of extra movement speed, so it gives her just a little bit of mobility she needs to get away.
Yeah, but watch how China plays. They're landing all of their skill shots. I mean, the mechanical power of this team is just phenomenal. The way Kresh is using his knockback ability to push back people in the right moments, that's something that they have to be careful in. And the ultimate is going to be huge. Metamorphosis is going to be a huge win condition for China. If he lands that on an entire Hong Kong team and basically stuns them, it's going to allow his team to basically follow up and delete Hong Kong.
It's amazing that this game is new to Team China because they mostly play on Honor of Kings, but it really shows how much of their skill translates over to this game, being able to have that innate game sense affording them the first Abyssal Dragon of the game. They're just playing so well together.
Yeah, they are. They're ahead. No kills so far. Both teams are playing really cautious. However, Hong Kong is the one that needs to make plays here because, you know, Flash and Lindis scaling to late game means Zephyrs won't be able to do as much work when in the late game. They're able to build more defense, get more life, and Zephyr is one that really shines once he reaches level 4. He's level 5 now, and he's got to take advantage of that death from above and really start ganking and shutting down ADC, because look at this rotation here on bottom. 4 people down, trying to get the max here, trying to get a kill, and it looks like they might be able to take this top tower, or bottom tower.
I love the way that that Kresh is holding his ultimate for the key moment, because it takes quite a while. It even takes longer in Arena of Valor than in Kings of Glory for Kresh to charge up his ultimate. He's holding it for the perfect moment to strike rather than wasting it, because you need to be careful of your cooldowns. Yeah,
and you saw that he used that, and they were able to get the kill on Hartley there at bottom, but they're not able to convert that kill into tower, but that gives them a nice 1k gold. Again, Team China just playing so precise right now, so surgical, not overextending, taking objectives at the right time. They're going to rush the Abyssal Dragon yet again. That's a second dragon they're going to stack, and when an ADC comp gets ahead of an Assassin comp, it makes the Assassin comp twice as hard to execute to try to get the kill on either Joker or Lindis here.
And also, you should take a look at the way that they pulled out the Abyssal Dragon, but looks like they're going to be skirmishing a little bit over here, a little bit of poke coming out, but nothing's really going to happen because no one wants to commit.
Yeah, Jilye with a nice Red Stallion running away, and then he uses the flicker to escape just in time here. Again, no kills, playing very calm. Manto Raw finished on Lubu here to allow him to push the side lane more aggressively against this Tara.
And Max is going to be forced to retreat a little bit at a little bit of a disadvantage after dying earlier in the game. So he just has to kind of camp on our tower, which means that he isn't really going to be as impactful because he won't have the time to rotate.
Yeah, definitely here. And look at that, the Joker's trying to get a poke down. Alan's doing such a good job rotating from bottom to mid lane, exerting so much dragon control. And as a result, putting a lot of mid lane and bottom lane pressure. Look at that, the amount of pressure they're putting. These 4-man rotations from China are just so solid. They might be able to take this turret here because Max is by himself, but Zephy's going to come down. There's 3-man, and wow, the teamy Flash is in there. Uses his Flash and not able to land anything. That's a wasted Flash there. It's very unfortunate for the team.
Yeah, I really love how Alan over here on the Kresh is playing. He knows the weaknesses of his team composition, and he's just always here around his squishies, always protecting them, allowing that Flash to use his ultimate onto Kit.
Wow, look at the Flash they're doing. Oh, in there, getting a kill on mid. What beautiful play there. That's super speed and Mach Punch combo right onto the teamie, getting him low and killing him, and then that's going to give him the bottom tower.
That was such a beautiful play, forcing Team Hong Kong to go back lest they die to the extreme power of Team China. And it looks like there's going to be another kill over here on the Miss, but Miss is going to use her invincibility frame to get out of there and leave her alive. Yeah,
and Lao Shuai just used Flash's super speed to just get out of trouble there. What a nice dodge from the Fox firm and a burst that Liliana provides there. Again, his play on Flash has been amazing. Flash is a hero that does not exist in Honor of Kings. So the fact he's playing this Flash so well shows how fast they're adapting and learning these heroes in Arena of Valor. China looks like a dominating team to go up against.
That is going to be their third Abyssal Dragon of the game, taken uncontested. I'm not sure what mid is doing over there on the teamie. He's not scouting, rather he's helping them clear the jungle, which at this point in the game isn't really necessary. He should have been giving vision and trying to harass the enemy team instead.
Yeah, Joker has a nice power spike there, ramping. Look at this 3-man rotation in jungle there. Each person takes a separate camp. Flash takes the blue buff, and their rotation allows them a fast rotation, 4-man rotation here, to try to make a play. And look at, they're rotating. They're going to try to go for top here. Tara, again, Lacia doing a good job taking top tower away from China here and giving the tower lead even 1 versus 1.
I love how China's cooperating over here, letting that Flash get that blue buff, but look at this little team fight happening here, and Chudong is going to be dead over there. Alan is going to be using his ultimate, and mid's looking low, but Lao Shui is going to be stunned up, hopefully get the kill. And that's going to be a 2 for 1.
Yeah, Lao Shui doing such a good job there. Landing the Cyclone, getting a kill on Miss, and then jumping onto Lacia. Then Mid getting killed next, and Harley not be able to survive the devastating damage from Lu Bu, along with Lao Shui and Ku there. And, you know, nice job by Hong Kong, though. They're able to catch up Chudong on the Joker. He's not able to survive that. But even with that nice kill, China just comes back into the fight and turns it completely around.
Looks like they're going to be going for this Dark Slayer now, knowing that 4 members of the Hong Kong team is going to be incapacitated and taking that uncontested.
Yeah, again, China, they just understand this game so well. They know what objectives to push at the right time. They're not overextending as much. Look at the amount of poke there. Allen doesn't have his ult up. It's not charged. That red bar underneath his health HP just shows when his ult is ready, and it's slowly regenerated. The more he hits minions, the faster he can get that Metamorphosis ultimate right back in there.
Yeah, Team Hong Kong is just so far behind, being about 4k gold behind at this point in the game and down 5 kills to 1. What do you think that Team Hong Kong should be doing in this kind of situation? Should they be turtling? Should they be trying to make plays happen or split pushing?
Yeah, they need to do what they did with Joker, but protect the Liliana once again. But oh my god, Lacia is going to get poked out here. Flash might be able to get the kill, but Tara Lacia is able to get out in the nick of time. But Hong Kong again needs to gank, needs to get the focus onto a Joker, onto a Lily, on the Lindis, or onto the Flash here. That's their win condition. If they don't kill those squishy heroes and they focus a Crash or Lu Bu instead, they're going to have a hard time winning these fights.
Crash just has some crazy health over there, and he does have his ultimate charge up, which provides him an extra 50% of his maximum health, which is just so crazy. That team is going to pop his ultimate, he's going to pop the being a bro, and he's going to make it out there with just about 1.5k HP.
Yeah, he was little caught out there, not with his team there, had to waste his ultimate on himself, which is not good. That means, oh my god, they know where Lacia is. He's in big trouble, and this combo is going to come out, and look at how much life he's regenerating from his ultimate. He might be able to make it out. This is insane. This is why Tara was being picked there, but not enough. The cooldown was not enough for him to jump out of trouble.
That was almost like a comically long time that he managed to survive with that ultimate. That just shows that Tara is such a force to be reckoned with. That insane regeneration and her movement ability. But now, looks like China's going to be diving this tower.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful play by Lao Shui there. Gets onto Miss, makes him low, allows him to push him off the tower, and then allows Chudong to just focus down the tier 2 tower. And then they're going to focus down the high ground tower as well. Kit's in big trouble. He definitely broke in there, and they're going to be taken out. And then that's going to be the high ground tower for Team China.
Zhou Yue is going to be forced to back off a little bit, using his flicker to get out of range from that tower. China's going to be looking to go back, take some jungle, farm him up, and regroup a bit, while Alan's recharging his ultimate and waiting for the next possible time to strike.
Yeah, Hong Kong is just not executing their win condition. Max has not really done much with his liftoff. You know, Zephy's and Max, they need to dive on the same hero. Tara needs to go in there and just make everyone disperse so that Zephy's can then focus on the carry, the ADC, when, you know, Team China is running away. But this is a really smart play by Hong Kong here. Getting Abyssal Dragon is going to help them try to get back in the game, because the longer the game goes, the more powerful the dragon is. Gives more gold and more XP. And look at that. There we go. It's going to put the gold deficit now just to around 5k.
I love that Team Hong Kong is still keeping their cool, it's still taking objectives, and still trying to do whatever they can to stay in this game. It really shows that in this game, you should never give up, because there's always a chance of turning it around.
Yeah, definitely here. And I think Max, again, I would love to see his liftoff make some work here. Kit, gotta be careful. They don't want to focus the Crash here. They gotta be careful. They're ignoring the Crash. He lands the ultimate onto Linus. Where's the team? And the Allen comes out with the metaphors, saves there, but Ku gets killed by Kit, and the Zephy's Kit comes in there trying to fight. He's getting low. Lao Shui's getting in there. Lao Shui gets killed as well by Hartley. Nice Max coming there. Allen's by himself. He's pretty healthy. He can turn this around, but instead he's going to opt to come back off. The Liliana is rotating up. But wow, what a beautiful turnaround by Hong Kong there. Again, Zephy's diving decisively onto Lindis made all the difference to kill Ku.
Yeah, if you look at this team fight, Team Hong Kong managed to wipe out all 3 of Team China's carries, and that was because Alan was just a little bit out of position. Normally, they weren't able to get any kills or wipes onto the squishies of the Chinese team because Alan was babysitting them so effectively, but it just shows that just him being out of position for 1 second allowed the entire team to dive them and then kill all 3 of them at once.
Yeah, and that's exactly what China needs to do to basically win the fight. Is that they got to keep their carries alive. But if Kit is playing how he did, he goes in there along with Max, jumping in there with liftoff and using his execute to get onto the carry, killing off Flash, killing off Ku. That is what they want to do here. If Hong Kong can continue to execute that same focus and that team fighting that they just did, they can come back and win the game against China here. But China is still in the lead. They still have map control, map dominance. They are invading the jungle and exerting that territorial dominance over Hong Kong.
For sure. Team China has 5 towers compared to Team Hong Kong's 1 tower, which means that they have so much more freedom in terms of where they can go and where they can poke at. So, for instance, Lao Shui is able to dive there onto the tower, get some poke in, whereas Tara can't respond.
Yeah, Tara definitely can't respond here. And look, they got to be careful. Kit lands it on Joker. Look at the amount of damage. One combo takes him less than 50 HP. They got to be careful, but mid is in trouble here. However, Leon shows up, so Ku needs to back off. They got to be careful. Crash is kind of by himself. Jae is going to 1v1 the Lassie here, but look at Allen doing so much work on this Crash. They have to back off. They're pretty low, but they know, oh wow, look at the combo from Liliana, just chunking Ku to half health already. It looks like they may be focusing the dragon here. Yeah, Ku's going to jump onto the dragon and try to get it and solo it because they know how low the side of Hong Kong is.
I like how Ku is playing over here. Once she saw that the Max had her liftoff targeted onto her, she backed off, knowing that if she had continued to go in, they would have been able to turn on her. So she instead opted to go back, take that Abyssal Dragon, and further that gold lead for her team.
Yeah, now we're in the 14-minute mark. 14-minute mark. It's 6 gold for Team China. The Dark Slayer is going to spawn soon, and that's going to be the point of contention. China is going to want to take this Dark Slayer and end the game with it because they want to push down more towers. They want to get to the Nexus. Mid lane is completely open for them right now. So as long as they get a good push and get some kills, they can end the game with the Dark Slayer buff.
Look at their positioning and spacing around the top lane over there, Sui. They're spaced out perfectly so that they can scout and see where the team is. And then Linus at this point can basically solo the Dark Slayer. So as long as they keep Hong Kong away from the Slayer, they can take that buff and hopefully try to end the game.
Yeah, but Lassie is getting caught out here. Max uses Liftoff to get vision on the team. Got to waste the steeled focus to get the energy back. And Liliana is focusing onto Allen, but Allen's going to be able to run away and dodge the Reiki shot. And they got to be careful here. You know, Hong Kong is going to back off slightly, but China knows. China's got to get low. Trudong is getting caught a lot. The Joker here, he had to use his Flicker. He doesn't have Flicker up for the next fight. That's a very critical talent that he needs to survive here. So Trudong needs to watch his positioning because he's constantly getting jumped on.
Lao Shui just finished his Staff of Newell, which affords him 40% Magic Pierce. So at this point, that's a huge power spike for him. He's going to be able to do so much damage. But look at this fight around the Dark Slayer.
Oh my god, Kit takes the Dark Slayer and the focus. Crash lands a beautiful ultimate. He gets a kill on Hartley, gets a kill on Kit, but the teamy ultimate comes up. Kit is pretty low. Hartley's pretty low. He gets killed by Crash. And the focus is going to be onto Jayu. He falls. Allen then falls as well. But they kill the teamy. And Lassie is going to try to jump on the Linus here. Kit is going to focus onto Lassie. But look at the flash there. Getting out just in time. But the Joker is going to try to kill the Zephyrs. He's pretty healthy. But the Liliana is so low. Miss is going to be able to escape barely. But look at Ku. He is so low running across the map here. And he's going to try to go in the base. He's got to be careful. Zephyrs is up and might get caught here. But Ku's going to go ahead and go for the minion, but look at the amount of lifesteal he has on his thing. Look at the damage. This guy is pure damage right now.
Those health bars after that fight were just crazy. There were so many people whose health bars were red, meaning that they're under 1k HP. That's insane that they were managed to get out with just that tiny bit of HP remaining.
Yeah, Hong Kong lacked some focus there. Allen had such a beautiful Crush ultimate in the Dark Slayer pit there. But what a great steal by Kit. Kit literally made that fight by stealing the Dark Slayer away from Team China. So now China needs to play a little more defensively here because you don't want to fight a team that has a Dark Slayer buff. It's really dangerous. And look at it. Zephy still has that buff, but the two of his allies that died in that fight no longer have the buff. So they still got to be careful because Zephyrs can literally one combo kill any of the ADCs because of the damage that he has now.
For sure. Because they stole the Dark Slayer buff, I really think that Hong Kong would have been totally toast in that fight. Because that 30% damage buff and the 1% health and mana regeneration each second is just so impactful in a team fight.
Yeah, look at that flash. He's going to come with a misses Mach Punch here, so got to be a little careful there. He has a lot of damage now. Look at this rotation here by Kid. They got to watch mid there because Teamy with that Pooty Poots, the longer he holds that, the more damage it does and longer the stun is going to be. And look at Lindis there. Great ability that she has to basically flush out anyone hiding in the bush.
And looks like there's going to be a wave coming down mid over here. Mid is going to be a little bit out of position, but with his Pooty Poots offering him extra movement speed, he's going to be able to get away. And we're going to see 3 of Hong Kong camping in that middle bush, waiting to get a pick off.
Yeah, Lindis has so much damage. The key is the Zephy's got to get in there. Lindis needs to know exactly where Kit is. They got to back off here and be very careful because one combo from the Zephy's will be game over for any of the ADCs. However, they need to try to get on Liliana because Miss is doing so much work. It's really hard to get on her when you have a Tar, you have a Max, you have a Zephy's that can protect the Lindis really well. So China is going to wait for the right opportunity. They need to slow down here and look for the right opportunity to jump in.
Yeah, it looks like Team Hong Kong is going to be backing off a little bit, knowing that the Dark Slayer buff is over, and because they don't have the extra vision and the map control that Team China has, there's going to be a little bit of a skirmish happening here over top.
Yeah, and look at Koo. They're constantly invading jungle. They're winning these jungle fights. They're taking the jungle away. They have only a 2k gold lead, so it's not that much lead. But look at Tara and the heal she's getting from Stewed Focus. Oh my goodness. That's what makes her so good. She's just so hard to split push against. You can't win a split push against her because of her abilities and her ability to clear waves so fast. Oh, he misses his death from above. If he landed that, he would have been in big trouble there for Flash.
Yeah, that Zephyr's Death from Above is just such a strong initiation move onto these squishies because it knocks them up, and then you can follow up with his Death Flurry to be able to slow down your enemies and then try to get that finish onto them. Max is going to pop his lift off, and there's going to be a little bit of fight happening here. Alan is going to pop his ultimate.
Yeah, Lashi's going to get killed there and get focused on. Alan has it on, and Chris is coming up. They got to protect Koo, but Hartley is on to Koo. There, that's why Max is so good against an ADC, and Alan's going to focus on Miss. He's in big charge. Jiu comes from behind, kills Miss as well. It's going to be a 2v3 at this point here. Kit is going to back off. There's 3 of them. Joker is going to come down and push mid instead of Chudong is going to go on mid and push mid instead of go with his team in the fight. But Alan's going to continue to play aggressive here because they know mid and Kit are pretty low. And oh my god, this is going to be a 2v3. What's going to happen? Look how tanky Alan is. Juhi is going to have his red sign up. He gets a knock up on Kit. However, mid is low. Oh my goodness, no ultimate for the teamie there. As a result, Zephy's going to get focused there. Look at that. Oh, the mid comes back to life with the teamie ultimate. And Jiho's going to fall back. He needs to back off and he gets killed there. This is a really bad play for China here. They lose 2 heroes just like that.
And that Static Shock is so strong by Max. It deals true damage to your enemies, and that was what finished Alan off. So even if Max isn't directly attacking you, you're still taking damage. You're still being poked down.
Yeah, what China needs to do is they got to protect Koo. Koo is the key of that team. If Lindis stays alive and if Max jumps on Lindis and they all focus down the Max, then they can win and keep her alive, because Kresh is using his ultimates to engage, but I feel like the Metamorphosis should be used to protect Lindis. You know, if you use the Metamorphosis to protect Lindis, just stay on top of her. Every time Kresh uses an ability when he is in that Metamorph stage, he slows every opponent he jumps on when he uses the ability. So that's something that can protect the Lindis really well. And on top of that, you have a Lubu that can knock people up, and a Flash that can cast a Cyclone and protect Lindis. So as long as they protect Koo, they have a chance to win this game. But right now, China is starting to lose their lead in a big way.
Looks like Hong Kong is going to be waiting for that siege minion, and it looks like right now they're going to be looking to take this middle tower, try to decrease their gold deficit, and they're going to take that first tower uncontested.
Yeah, and look at this. They're in the lead now, just like that. They get back into lead. And look at Leon. That's what makes her so strong. Oh no, Alan wastes the Metamorphosis all into Leon. That's a huge win condition that they need to protect the Linus. Now he has to farm. He has to start hitting a lot of minions all over the map to get the farm. But oh my god, Hartley is caught out. This is not looking good. He's going to get killed here. As a result, they're going to give over Crystal Dragon, but they have to rotate to protect the mid tower because Hong Kong is on that mid tower pushing midway pretty fast.
Hartley made such a good distraction, for Team China because he had 3 people on him, which allowed 3 people to push the middle tower and be able to deal some damage to it.
Yeah, definitely here. Look at Kit. He's going to jump away. Now map control is going to go over to China. I wonder if they're going to take Darkslayer because, you know, Hartley's dead. You know, this is your chance to take the Darkslayer. Take Darkslayer, take the Dragon, get the full item builds that you need, and to finish the game. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to start Darkslayer here. And look at that. Mid is going to use his Pooty Poos. As we're there, they're not able to get it away from China. China gets the Darkslayer, and they have to completely back off here. Mid's in a little bit of a deep, in a tiffy here. They're trying to focus on. Look at the damage. He's going to use his ultimate to revive himself. They got to kill the Liliana here. He's on the back line. Oh my god, Liliana gets a kill on Koo, but Mid is going to fall as well. And that's going to give the lead over to China. Lassie is in big trouble. He's going to get focused on. The Flash ultimate comes out. Cyclone lands on them. Hartley is low. Mid is low. Hartley can't do anything. Christian's on top of him. He cannot move. And as a result, China's going to win this fight.
Lao Shui is just playing Flash so well. He knows his combos beautifully. He can dive in, use his Mach Punch, and then follow up with a Cyclone, and then hop back to his original position. He's going in, poking, dealing insane damage with massive Magic Pierce due to his Staff of Null, and just absolutely decimate the side of Hong Kong.
That's exactly what happened, and look at this. They're going straight for the Nexus. They gotta protect this wave, but look at the burst coming from... Oh my goodness, Flash is doing so much work. Zephyr just disappears. Kid is gone mid, is in big trouble. He's gonna disappear as well. He gets killed, and that's gonna be the game for Team China in a decisive game in the last minute there that helped them win, but Hong Kong definitely gave them a fight.
Team China is just such an amazing team to watch, and I think throughout this competition, they might just be the team to beat. Let's take a look at these items.
Yeah, look at Lindis there. You saw how much damage Lindis was doing. She had a lot of lifesteal. She had Clash Sanctity doing so much burst, but the Flash was the one that carried the team there. 11-3. So much work, and they all put their efforts onto Ku, but Lao Shui was the one that carried the team, but Hong Kong definitely gave them a good fight.
Yeah, Lao Shui just built full damage. That Apocalypse synergizes extremely well with his passive Sonic Boom because it strengthens his normal attacks. So he was just a damage-dealing monster.
Yeah, we're going to look at the participation here. Alan, lots of participation, but look at Lao Shui, the carry, the Flash, 32% of the team's damage. You can see Ku did not do much because they kept focusing down every fight. Kit was able to do a lot of work on the Zephyrs, had really good engages, but Miss was the key there. When Miss fell, they lost a lot of these key fights, and Miss definitely did a good job on jumping the backline and focusing on Lindis or whoever was low.
Alan on that crash did an amazing job of babysitting and taking that damage, peeling for his team, and being the tank, taking 32% of the team's damage as well.
All right, we're jumping into the next game. This is Game 2, China versus Hong Kong. China was able to barely take a win away from Hong Kong here. Will Hong Kong be able to jump back into the game and really show China what they're made of? Because it's going to be an interesting pick. They're going to actually ban the Teamy. When they had Teamy last game and played pretty well with Teamy, they're going to get ban away Teamy from them and China.
I guess it's a pretty typical pick, so you can't really fault them because it's a very strong pick that your enemies could choose second.
Yeah, we'll see if Lubu will be banned. Superman is an obvious ban on the red side. He will never see gameplay, unfortunately. He's just the Man of Steel. Let's see if they're going to go and take Zenio. Yep, Zenio. Typical ban drafts here, making the picks much more predictable. I wonder if Flash, Liliana will be taken over. They're going to focus the side lanes like Omen. Ooh, they're going to take the Aurum off the map here. This leaves Alice open, but Alice was open in game 1 and no one picked her. And Max being taken away because they don't want to counter to an ADC competition. They want to run.
Yeah, with the bans of Aram and Teamy, it leaves Alice as the best remaining support. So if I were Hong Kong, I think I would first pick Alice.
Yeah, Alice is definitely the next best support. However, Omar, if played well with an early game competition, can shut down the Alice really well and just not allow her to get to that late game scaling potential that she has. So let's see if they're going ahead, take away the Lubu here, or just go ahead and ban Alice. But instead, they're going to go for Omen and just target ban the Omen and deny it from Team Hong Kong.
I think both these teams do like playing ADC compositions, so I think that playing the Alice might synergize a little bit better than an early game support like Ormer, because that allows you to ride the wave a little bit more and focus your strengths onto the later game.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what they're going to try to pick here. Are they going to go for Alice or go for Lubu? Because if they do not pick Lubu, China will pick up Lubu, and we saw what an awesome job Joye did on Lubu, but instead they're going to opt for the Malik over the Lubu, handing Lubu over along with Alice here potentially. So let's see if Team China will pick up that Alice, or are they going to go ahead and secure a strong side laner like Wonder Woman potentially or Ryoma, but Wonder Woman is not a good pick into a Malik.
Yeah, that Malik's true damage just totally cleaves his first ability, Cleave. But I'm not sure that they want to do that matchup in the lane. Maybe they might switch around and have that Lubu face Malik in lane instead. Yeah,
they might do that, and that's a really smart lane matchup. They switch up so that you're not hard countered by your opponent's side laner. Alice is still open. Alice Malik is extremely devastating combo together because of that hissy fit and the Malik shock ultimate that comes down. So much AoE coming from both heroes. So let's see if Hong Kong's going to opt for that Alice combo, and then they can also pick up a key ADC or pick up their mage, either Flash or Liliana, because Flash and Liliana are open. But instead of picking Alice, they're going to get picking Omar and make sure they win this early game. Let's see what's going to happen here. Alistair being hovered, Dao Chan, L'Oreal. We'll see if these mages will play. I doubt Alistair will be played here in Hong Kong. Yeah, they're going to go for Liliana and the Omar. So some early game along with a late game mage.
That Ormar's ultimate just has so much stun and so much crowd control. So I actually really like him early game. And then having the damage to follow it up like a Liliana is just so devastating in a team fight.
Yeah, definitely. Omar has that gut punch, right? He can do so much physical damage early game. 4-second interval, does 9 to 15% of the target's current HP. Take it like that. He has that dash forward. He has that swagger, that stun. So they got to be careful playing against Omar because that double stun early game is devastating. And Flash is the obvious pickup since Leon is picked. And oh my goodness, the Alice and Flash combo will be picked up here. So Hong Kong, they got to win the early game. But how are they going to do that when the Lubu and Wonder Woman are so strong at helping China stay relevant in early game?
Both teams right now are looking for a jungler to compete their compositions. Team Hong Kong is going to be hovering that Tara and the Lindis as their jungler. We've seen Lindis being used with great success in the last game.
Yeah, we can see Violet being potentially picked up here, or Finnick can be played as well. Finnick or Slims, would be really good in some of these compositions. Let's see if they're going to pick up one of the ADCs. So, yeah, Violet is being hovered. They're looking at Violet. She's really strong. She can roll around with tactical fire, do a lot of bursts, jump away from Omar when he dashes in. When Tara wants to jump in there with the Colossal Smash as well, or Linus wants to rush her, Violet can just jump back and do a lot of damage from far. So let's see if they're going to go for the Violet ADC, or they can go for a Zephy's dive, but that's a little risky because Zephy's might have a hard time against a Liliana, because Liliana is so good against an assassin composition.
In this kind of composition, in these kinds of compositions with an ADC, I think I prefer having a more tanky support like Ormar over a more squishy support like Alice, because I think that he just affords a little bit more peel, a little bit more HP as a meat shield. But going to this match, which lineup do you prefer, Sujay?
Yeah, I think I like China's lineup because, again, Alice is so devastating in the late game. And, with Flash late game, Violet late game, once Alice, Flash, and Violet get to late game, that's going to be extremely hard combat. And Violet hands down beats Lindis late game because Violet has more range, has so much more burst damage. Hong Kong has Lindis, Omar, Malik. They're really strong early, so they need to basically get some really nice invades. They need to shut down Ku so Ku doesn't farm and get so much damage like he did in game 1. And then they have a chance. And then Miss is a playmaker, so mid-game he's going to become a lot more relevant, and that's his chance to shine and not allow Flash, his opponent, to get ahead.
I actually quite like that Team Hong Kong has 2 heals and 2 punishes on their side. So the heal restores 15% of each of your teammates' HP, and in a fight that is just insane. That is a ton of HP, especially on your tankier heroes like Malak, Tara, or Ormar, and the 2 punishes allows you to have 2 of those frostbites to steal those objectives during the game.
Yeah, but look at that. Wonder Woman has the execute here, right? They want to burst on, get a hissy fit down, get Lubu to knock him up. Wonder Woman gets a brace submission stun, and boom, cast the execute and finish that opponent off. Team China definitely plays a much more aggressive comp. I'm excited to see how they're going to play this Alice, though. And look at that Violet skin. Ku's Violet skin looks fantastic.
My personal preference goes to the Alice, the little polar bear skin. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, definitely here. So let's see which team is going to play aggressive in the early game.
We're going to see them coming down mid, and we're going to see the Ormar support on that Santa skin. Although I think that they're going to be mostly scouting each other out and then trying to see whether they should go for the invade.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Team China. They want to invade, actually. Look at their posturing. 4-man on the blue side. Might invade the blue. Get a nice jump over there. Look at, yeah, they're going to invade the blue. And then as a result, Hong Kong is just going to trade. This is an example of a very smart team. Wonder Woman was not able, Julia was not able to leash that buff away. So they're going to go ahead and trade entire jungles here, looks like.
Yeah, Team Hong Kong is just not getting flustered by that invade, which puts a lot of pressure onto your team. So instead, they're just going to go for the trade, get even, and then reposition themselves for success later on.
Miss just stole that jungle away from Team China, which is going to put them in a nice slight lead here because the jungle was, they fully took the jungle against China there. Hong Kong was able to fully take top jungle. And look at this rotation there. Miss going to do some damage on a Flash here. Got to be careful. Flash right now can easily outpoke Liliana because she's a little weaker than Flash in that early game, but they're both late game heroes.
Yeah, and it looks like Hartley over there in the last wave, he missed some of his minions, which is not something that you really want to do because it just puts you behind whenever your minions are killed by your tower and pushed in there.
Yeah, you don't get as much gold. If you last hit, you get 20% more gold, which adds up over time in the game here. So they got to make sure that they last hit. He's going to basically, he's a counter. He's not afraid of Wonder Woman. Malik is not afraid of Wonder Woman. He basically needs to cleave her, hit her, and basically get a lot of true damage. Every time he lands on a hero, he can activate his true damage and auto attack. Wonder Woman cannot really out-trade a Malik, so he has to play safe and back off.
I really like that Team Hong Kong is already doing like 3-man rotations this early into the game. Kit and Mid are moving together as a unit, whereas Miss is clearing her wave and then rotating down to help the other members of their team.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that rotation onto Dragon side, and look, Liliana might get caught up. Miss gotta be a little careful here. Jiu's gonna go in, Kit's gonna drop down. Look at that. She's going to try to get the poke down on Jiohei here. They got to back off slightly. And look at the nice Sunshine Stun by Alice Chudong coming down there. Mid's going to be a little aggressive here. They're going to try to invade this blue, but looks like they're going to take it away from Team China. And wow, they do not take it. Device able to land her punish and gets it Ku with that mechanical outplay with Jungle Punish. But Hong Kong has won the trade, and they're going to try to get the Dragon.
That outplay with the punish was just so good. It really shows how great of a player they are. But it looks like Team China is going to be collapsing onto this Dragon right now. It's going to be reset, but Mid is a little bit out of position. That Cyclone is going to come down, but Flash is too slow while he's using his ultimate, and he can't catch them inside. Yeah,
they definitely can't catch them inside here. They're going to back off, and look at the rotation from China. China is going to go ahead and get the Dragon here. That's a huge play for them because they are behind right now, and the Dragon is going to put them right back from that deficit. Look at that. Right even now with Hong Kong, but they have experience. The Dragon gives them some experience. So Violet turning level 5 and Lindis level 5 as well.
I think that Team Hong Kong knew that they were going for the Abyssal, and because Lecia and Miss were too far away to be able to contest it, they instead went for the jungle invade, which was wise, but now they're getting caught out, and Miss is going to die.
Yeah, Miss died there, but it's a 1-for-1 trade there. Nice aggressive rotations by both teams there, not allowing anyone to trade more than that 1 kill each side, but that was a nice aggressive gank, 2-man gank there onto Allen. Allen is not strong enough yet. Even with his ultimate, he's not able to survive that fight. His flicker was down, and they were able to get the kill, but it's a 1v1 trade. Oh, but Hong Kong's going to get this top tower, which is going to be massive for them.
Oh, it's going to be left at 1 HP, it seems like, but it could be probably easy pickings. Anyone can basically just dive that tower and get it.
Yeah, Hartley is going to back off a little bit here, hold off, hide in the bush, get a nice few picks onto Wonder Woman. But I would love to see this Malik play a bigger role with the Shock ultimate here. That's going to be a game changer. If he lands a really nice ultimate hitting a lot of China, they're going to be able to turn this fight around. And the tower, they have to give that tower now. Hong Kong's going to take this tower. Really good job by Hong Kong so far. 1K gold lead against Team China.
I love that Hong Kong is doing this once the cooldown on the Abyssal Dragon is up, because there's 40 seconds until the Abyssal Dragon spawns on the other side, so they can push the top lane with 4 members of their team without worrying about Team China taking the global objective of the Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah, definitely here. The Dragon is going to spawn in 30 seconds. They did get a Hong Kong, they get the Bat Sentinel, so they're going to slowly get a lead here. China has to be patient, they have to wait for the right opportunity, but look at that. Hong Kong is just living in the jungle of China, but China knows that, and the Violet, look at Ku, he's rotating and counter jungling. That's exactly what you want to do to not fall behind. Team China is doing so well right now to make sure they don't get snowballed.
Yeah, it looks like Ku was just hiding in that bush to take that red buff, and Miss was in that jungle, I believe, taking a camp. They're not safe. That Shock ultimate comes down from Hartley, dealing so much damage to Ku.
Yeah, but Ku's able to get out there. What a great play back. You can see why Malik is so good, and he's picked there. He's just so tanky when he lands that ability, and they're going to push the bottom tower potentially, but the collapse from China is coming down here. The hasty pick is dropped. They're going to protect their tower and fend off a potential Abyssal, but Miss is so low right now. Wow, Lao Shui gets the kill on Miss. 1v1. Huge turnaround for China right now.
Miss was just so out of position there on the other side, away from her team, forcing her to burn her flicker and her cooldowns for her dashes, meaning that she was able to be easily caught in the Cyclone by Lao Shui.
Yeah, definitely. Lao Shui doing a good job. Now is their chance to get the Dragon here, and when they get another Dragon, this is the second Dragon, that's going to put China right in the lead. Hong Kong had a 1K go lead, but now because of the playmaking ability of Lao Shui, now they're ahead, or they're even actually still, but their experience is ahead. They have more levels because of Abyssal Dragon. No, it looks like they're actually pretty even right now. Lindis just turned level 9, so China is staying in the game toe-to-toe.
Yeah, whereas Team China has 2 Abyssal Dragons, Team Hong Kong does have the only tower of the game so far, meaning that they have a little bit more control over the top jungle.
Yeah, definitely. Look at the camp here. They're going to stay back there. They're going to try to get the bottom tower here. Julia is going to rotate, or actually no, the Lubu is going to, Alan's going to rotate down. Alan played Crush support last time, and Chudong play carry. So it's amazing to see how they flex roles and play heroes that they're comfortable with.
And although Team Hong Kong is behind in kills, they are ahead in objectives. That's a really, really important concept to consider in this game because objectives are always more important than kills.
Yeah, even though they're ahead 2 objectives, the China got 2 dragons and they're even in gold right now. So if China wins the next team fight, that's massive for China because with 2 towers being taken out, Hong Kong should be a little more ahead than China. And look at this top rotation here. 3 people coming up. Valet is going to get collapsed on. They're in big trouble right now.
Oh, that Ormar is going to cut off Ku, and that stun is going to have her caught. But the Wonder Woman is going to give her a shield. However, Ku is going to die.
Yeah, that's such a nice rotation there. We kill the Wonder Woman as well. Hong Kong is going to get ahead. Too aggressive from China here, getting out of position. And look at that. Lao Shui needs to protect the tower at this point here. They got to be a little careful here, but it's not being enough. They have a siege minion as well there to push the tower, and they get the 3rd tower now. Hong Kong looking really solid in this game.
Mid is just so tanky. He just used that heal, which gives him 15% more HP. And for such a tanky hero like Ormar, it is just so impactful in letting him have that sustain to be able to dive fearlessly, help out his team, and just survive.
Yeah, definitely. That was a really aggressive rotation by China. Violet by herself with just Jill Ye, you know, pushing like that, they needed their team to rotate with them, and Hong Kong saw that opportunity, saw them out of position, overextending, and as a result, they were able to take and get that rotation to get the kills and put themselves right back into the lead.
Look at that entrapment from Kit right on the Dark Slayer. It gives her that vision, but Team China is going to take that Abyssal Dragon basically right as it spawns, uncontested.
Yeah, that's really bad for Hong Kong. You cannot give over a free dragon when you are ahead like that. You're going to keep Hong Kong, keep Team China in the game. And look at this rotation into jungle. They're going to go ahead and try to be aggressive here. Flash doing so much work. Look at the damage. The flicker. Wow, that's what I said. The counter to ADC Flash being played there. Ku is going to be caught out a little bit, but he's going to back off. Has his team there. Oh, the last one is missed on Lacia. Lacia is going to be able to run away with the Steel Focus ultimate that Tara has. It makes her so hard to kill.
If you notice in the middle there, Liliana missed on the Liliana, was about to collapse on the top lane, but the Lubu, Alan, just had that map awareness, and he came down to cut her off, preventing her from giving that extra punch, preventing her from being there in that team fight on top.
Yeah, but I love what Lao Shui did there. He just jumped onto Kit there, got so much damage, used a Cyclone. Kit tried to run away, and he flickered out on top of her, and she just did not have a chance. Was pulled in by the Cyclone and then killed decisively. And look at Lacia, caught out a little bit here, but you know Tara, so hard to kill. Ultimate is up. Her HP is regenning. However, she's getting pretty low. She's in big trouble. She doesn't have his ultimate anymore. And Chudong's going to come with the Sunshine. And the ultimate from Hizzy Fit comes down and locks her down, and they're able to get the kill. What a nice rotation there. Lacia playing a little too aggressive, overextending as Tara.
As much as you can overextend with her safely, it's just you really need to know your limits with this hero. Perhaps Lucia just wasn't as familiar with Tara, but you have to be aware that no matter how much sustain your hero has, there's always a limit.
Yeah, there is always a limit there. And again, late game, Chudong on Alice, that's going to be so dangerous. Flash and the Violet, when they both get to late game, oh my goodness, the amount of burst damage they're going to do is so dangerous. Flash and Violet comboing on one carry, it's going to be devastating. Instantly delete the carry, so they got to be very careful. Liliana and Kit here, the Lindis, needs to be very careful. Alan is going to get a little caught out here. This is looking bad for him. He's got to jump out. He's not going to be able to jump out here. Unfortunately, he's going to fall. And as a result, the Dark Slayer is open for the taking, and that's exactly what Hong Kong is doing. They're rotating immediately.
I'm not really sure what Alan was doing there over their bottom, because they still have that bottom tower over there. So he was just out of position with nowhere to go because he didn't have the HP to be able to dive.
Oh, Jiwei's going to get caught out there. Wonder Woman ultimate last one was missed. Oh my goodness, it's not looking good for Team China. Getting out positioned here and get out rotated. They have to be careful. They cannot overextend like this because every time they do that, they hand over more map control, more objectives to Hong Kong. Hong Kong needs to get the Dark Slayer right now to try to end this game.
And it looks like that's exactly what Hong Kong is doing. Posturing over there, and the Ormar is going to be camping that bush, providing vision, and going to be able to gank anyone who kind of gets in his way. Chudong is going to be skirting his way around them, but no one has gotten the Dark Slayer yet, it looks.
Was able to kill Ku there, which is bad. Violet being down there is really devastating. But look at how low the Dark Slayer is. And oh my god, Lao Shui comes racking on and steals the Dark Slayer. And look at the amount of damage that's falling onto Hong Kong. Lao Shui is still alive. He has a Dark Slayer buff. The lead on is not able to. He's going to hide in there and trying to get the kill on the lead on there. And he knows she's in there. Let's see how he's going to do. He's going to go in there. Yeah, he's going to try to get there and get the kill on her. But Liliana knows He's going to back off. Hartley's going to back right in time. But Lao Shui with the Steel Dragon Slayer there puts China right back into the game. Wow.
I have no idea how he got that steal, because if you notice, Kit didn't use his punish during that fight. So it's kind of strange to me that Lao Shui would be able to steal it like that.
Yeah, that was definitely a misplay there. Lindis definitely needed to use her punish to secure it, because now that China has a Dark Slayer, they can be more aggressive. They can exert more map control against Hong Kong.
Yeah, at this point in the game, China really needs to be taking towers. They're behind by 2 towers, so they really need to open the map, get the control so that they can further their gold lead. They're about even right now, but they really want to be ahead. Yeah, they definitely want to be. Look at here, Jerry. He's going to get caught again. He just landed 3-man braces Mish ultimate. He's getting low. He's got to be careful here. They're on their tower, though. Lassie is going to get hit by the second tower. And look at the damage that Ku is doing on the tower. However, we have Joe here with Chudong coming in here. Flash, Lao Shui is behind the back line. He's going to get caught out. He's got to be really careful here. Oh my goodness, does he have his ultimate up? He does not have his Cyclone, but he's going to get to safety just in time. That was very risky play by him. I really like how Lao Shui used his Mach Punch over there, because the last of his Mach Punch gives the Flash a 40% speed increase temporarily. And look at him catching out mid like that. Beautiful rotation and beautiful pick. Lao Shui, what a god on this Flash. He's making so many plays in both games. This guy is the hard carry of Team China. They have to figure out how to shut him down, because if he's alive, he's able to turn back these fights every single time. And look how tanky Tara is. Lassie is not even taking that much damage against Violet. You can see that she needs more items, needs more burst damage here. And look at the damage Flash is doing onto Miss there. Already almost half health from one combo. Yeah, the Flash there is just so devastating. And Lassie is going to be a little bit in a precarious position. 4 men from Team China rotating onto him, but he is able to survive there and hold off that tower. Yeah, they're going to rotate and potentially, nope, they're not going for Dragon here. They're going to go to the mid. Try to catch someone out. Look at Alice's Sunshine, his friendship, movement speed for the team. They gotta combo this Alice ultimate and Flash ultimate. When they do that, they can do so much work against Hong Kong. But that Lindis and Orma are going to be rotating in from the bottom, but Team China are aware of this and they back off a little bit, slightly into their own jungle. Yeah, oh man, stolen there by Ku. Kit's going to steal that on Lindis. He has double buff. They got to be careful double. And they take another tower. Hong Kong just playing so surgical. But the fact that Team China is not that behind when losing 4 towers to 1 is impressive from the side of Team China. They just need to have a nice team fight here to turn this around. That's true. Team China really has their priorities in check, while knowing that they are behind in towers because they just aren't able to push them as effectively. They just farm instead. Oh no, Alan. He's getting caught up again, Alan. You got to be careful. That's the second time you overextended. This is not looking good for China. If Alan continues to do this, that's going to give so much control. 35+ second respawn timer gives up so much map control. They can now shove more towers. This is not looking good for Team China. Lao Shui is going to be poked a little bit down there, and he is going to be stunned by the Ormar, but he is able to teleport back, allowing him to survive. But looks like Hong Kong is going to be pushing this middle tower, and Lindis is going to be able to take it very easily without contention. No contest at all there. They're continuing to push down objective. China is in a really tough spot here. They got to do a decide. They got to fight together. Honestly, all they need to do is fight together. Get a kill on Kit or Miss here. They have to kill Kit or Miss. If they do not kill one of those heroes first, then Kit or Miss can carry and be able to win the fights against China. Would you say that China's playstyle is very hit or miss? Yeah, what do you think? That was a pun, like hit or miss. Looks like Team Hong Kong is going to be going on to this Abyssal Dragon right now without any contention from Team China, and they're able to take it very easily, giving them a very slight, actually not that slight, 2k gold lead over Team China. Yeah, what's the play here? What do you think China needs to do to come back? Because they're getting caught out. They're losing map control when they were so decisive in the early game here. They had more map control, but they're giving up more objectives. I feel like with Violet composition, they should be able to push the lane more, but instead they're not pushing as much and not playing as aggressive as they can because Violet is level 15 now. Flash will be level 15 soon. The level parity is going to reach. Everyone's ultimates is up. This is the next fight that's going to make or break the game. Yeah, for China, the priority right now should be defending their high ground towers because once the high ground towers are taken down, they have the super minions, which are just so tanky. There's going to be a little bit of a fight here. Mid is going to be diving in there. He's a little bit low. Oh, Lao Shui does not land his ultimate there. Lao Shui is going to be low, but Jiryu is the focus here. They got to be careful. Miss is going to get targeted by Violet here. He's so low. They got to get on the miss there. Lao Shui is not the focus. He's too tanky. Hartley is not the focus either. Look at the damage. They got to get a miss. And look at the amount of, wow, the Alice Hissy Fit lands onto miss. That is how China wants to fight. They need to avoid the Malik, the Harley,
and the Omar or Lucia, they need to focus miss. Now that is how they turn on a fight and exactly how Team China needs to play to win.
Yeah, Trudong is just doing some amazing follow-ups with the Sunshine and then following up with the Hissy Fit, locking down your opponents and silencing them, preventing them from using any abilities at all.
Yeah, you can see there when Ku hits miss, he does so much damage. Literally one combo takes up half the HP of Liliana. So it's going to come down to who's be able to poke each other better here.
Lao Shuai's going to be a little bit out of position, but he only takes a tiny bit of damage because of his invincibility frames.
Yeah, look at it. They're not going to take any dragon, any objective. No, dragon's not up, but China has done nothing with that kill. They haven't denied jungle. They haven't done anything. They needed to deny more and get back the farm lead or decrease their gold deficit, but they haven't done anything with that kill. And as a result, oh no, but Omar is in a really tough position. Look at the amount of damage on him, and the pull comes in and the kill. What a beautiful last of a Jiuye.
And now, because China got that pick off onto Team Hong Kong, they're going to be looking to take that Dark Slayer. You see that Hong Kong's aware of this and they're positioning themselves to have vision on it, but it looks like China's going to opt instead to take that tower because they know they can't really take the Dark Slayer right now.
Wow, look at the burst from Ku there. Ku is getting so much damage items. This is now becomes a dangerous game. Violet has so much burst. They gotta be very careful. And look at this, the Sunshine, the friendship is active with Ash. They're gonna try to rotate on Ku. He gets in a really tough spot. He might get killed here. And look at that, he has to run away. Alan is not gonna be able to, oh, the Alan did get the kill on Kit. And look at Lao Shui, he's a little low, but Lacia is in a tough spot right now. Oh, the lasso is missing. Look at the ultimate, he just heals right back up. Wow, I can see why Tara is such a priority for these teams.
Yeah, it's just she takes forever and ever and ever to kill, so she can just annoy the team, make them waste their cooldowns, make them waste their time focusing on her, and then she could just run away and be like, la-di-da, you know, you can't catch me.
Violet has more Masa now. That's going to give her extra 45% armor pierce. That's a significant damage she's going to have against her opponents. She is getting her full item build. It's going to be devastating now with Violet online and Flash online as well.
At this point, they're going to be looking to take that Dark Slayer. They don't see Hartley there in the bush, and looks like Malik is going to use his Shock ultimate and try to get onto Lao Shuai, but they are going to be all knocked out by the Dark Slayer. Jiuye is looking pretty low, but he's not able to be caught.
Yeah, oh my goodness, that burst damage. Lao Shuai just jumped in there and just disappeared, and Ku in a bad position, getting locked out here. This might be the game, and Hong Kong knows it. They're going to try to push it. 40-50 second timers on China here. They have to push that wave out. They cannot lose a high ground tower. Lu Bu needs to make it back in time, but Liliana is going to rotate in there. The flicker comes out. It looks like he's going to be able to come out and dodge it. He has to stay alive here, and it looks like he will. What a beautiful hissy fit by Trudong to keep him alive. They have to protect this mid-ground tower because the wave is coming. They're going to try to push on mid-ground and try to end the game here. So let's see what China is going to do to respond.
Those hissy fits are so key by Trudong, but now that he's burned his cooldown, he doesn't have anything to zone them out. So Team Hong Kong is able to take that middle high ground tower without any problem at all.
Yeah, but they do save the base and they save the game here, and they're going to go straight for Dark Slayer. This is China's chance to respond, but however, they're not going to make it. Look at the damage coming from Lineage. This is too much, too fast.
Yeah, Alan was there trying to potentially steal the Dark Slayer maybe, but because he just deals so much damage, the Dark Slayer was just melted away.
Yeah, definitely. Look at Ku. Ku's got to be careful. As long as Ku is able to stay alive here, sure stays alive as well, that's going to be the key for China to win, because if Ku gets knocked out like that last fight, they're not going to come back at all.
Team Hong Kong is looking to collapse a bit onto this bottom high ground tower over here, but China is doing a pretty decent job of zoning them away. However, they have a wave crashing in the middle, so it looks like they're going to potentially try to end it with the entire team's ultimates, because you can see all 5 of Team Hong Kong have their ultimates up.
Yeah, look at that. They're cleaning the wave so well, so fast. So they have to clean the wave. No split pushing from the side of Hong Kong here, because they had to push another high ground tower down, because Violet is so good at protecting against waves here, and look at the damage she's doing. He's on the fight here. They're jumping down. Kit gets a kill. Lao Shui gets a kill on Kit. That's a huge play by Lao Shui on Flash here. What amazing Flash play by him. The Cyclone landed perfectly onto her.
Lao Shui is just such a god. He's playing this beautifully. He's going in, using his Mach Punch, following up with the Cyclone, getting the kill, and then getting the heck out of there.
Yeah, definitely. And Kit's got to be careful there. Kit's keep getting focused by Lao Shui. Again, it comes out who's going to kill the other hyper carry first. If Flash falls first, or Leon falls first, or Kit falls first, or Ku falls first, and the team that gets the kill first is going to be one that comes out ahead in this fight.
That's definitely true. Now, at this point in time, it's going to take a little bit of time for Team China to clear those super minions because they're just so tanky. So it's going to slow down their pushes quite a bit, making it good for Team Hong Kong.
Yeah, China needs to use this advantage. Kit is not up. They need to get Dragon. They need to keep pushing. They need to do something here because right now they're kind of confused. They're not denying jungle. They're not trying to... Oh, there we go. They're going to get that one. But they need to take Darkslayer here. Why not? You know, not Darkslayer. Take the Dragon here and get to your full build. That's exactly what they want to do. But instead, they're going to opt to not get the Darkslayer or the Dragon. And looks like China's going to play a little more patient.
Both teams are going to hop around this middle over here, try to get a pick off. Alan's out of position yet again. What are you doing? He is able to survive.
There. Oh my god, the play by Liliana jumping right in there and getting Ku and killing her immediately. But Lao Shi is going to try to jump onto the... Wow, he gets a kill and miss. What a play there. And he uses the ultimate just in time, but he's pretty low. He's not going to be able to survive that. And this might be GG here. 4 people are alive on the side of Hong Kong. They're pushing right down with Kit still alive. That's going to be a big problem for China here.
Yeah, Alice on her own, plus that Wonder Woman is going to do a decent job of being able to hold them up. Alicia is just going to dive the core right now. Julia is going to try to hold him off, but they are going to poke him down a really big amount. He is pretty low, but the bracelets of the mission come out. The shock ultimate is coming down, and Julia is going to fall.
Yeah, and that's going to be GG there. Well played. You can see why Tara was so picked so well. Able to tank all that damage. And Hong Kong takes an upset win over China. Such a back and forth game. Just shows us how good both of these teams really are.
Yeah, and it really shows why Malik is banned so often in these games. He just provides such good utility with his true damage and his shock ultimate. Let's take a look at these item builds.
Yeah, look at that. Violet has so much damage, and Violet did not get any kills. That's unfortunate for Ku. This tells you positioning is everything, but Lao Shui, what a god in this flash. 8-2, but you got to hand it over to Hong Kong. Missy and Kit, they're playing so well together, working together to really win this game for Hong Kong.
Yeah, China really did try to counter Lacia on that Tara with that Tomb of the Reaper and the Curse of Death, I believe. Trying to slow down her regeneration, but she was just doing such a great job.
Yeah, we're going to look at participation next here and look at the participation. There's more teamwork on Hong Kong here. They have much more participation. You see Alan there dying so often, only 30% participation, but Lao Shi there making the plays with the flash here. That's the hero they got to be careful with. They got to play, and Ku's got to watch his positioning, but Hong Kong, again, their teamwork really paid off.
And Lacia taking 31% of the entire team's damage. She is such a force to be reckoned with her ultimate just restoring so much HP and making Team China waste their cooldowns and their time.
Alright, we're into game 3, folks. This is the deciding match between China and Hong Kong. Who is going to take this game away? It was so close. Game 1 goes to China. Game 2 goes to Hong Kong. Either team can take it away from each other. It's going to come down to the draft and who's going to play much better when it comes to not making as many mistakes.
Yeah, I'll expect the Teamy and Superman ban again. And then if I were Team China, I would definitely ban away that Malik because he was just so great on Team Hong Kong the last game. And we're going to see the Superman, the Super ban once again. And let's see, what other bans do you expect to see in this match?
Yeah, the bans are going to, potentially Teamy may get banned, you know, maybe Lindis taken away, but I think the priority is going to be on the side laners, the supports like Arm, Teamy, typical bans from both sides here. But I would love to see China take Lindis away. I feel like Lindis is such a key hero on both teams so far.
Yeah, Alice is left open, but I don't think we're going to see Hong Kong pick it. I think Team China had it, but they are going to ban her away. So they're the 3 best supports in the game are going to be taken away. So I expect Ormar will be a priority pick. What other supports do you think we'll see? Yeah,
we're going to see potentially, maybe China might play Crash here. Or, you know, with Teamy not being, Teamy and Alice are banned actually. Arm is banned. Omar is a nice support to play. Arjun is also really strong too. I don't know about this Scud ban here. Banning Scud away is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Scud played in competitive very often. So it's definitely very questionable, but I think they're just trolling the casters, picking Scud and then switching at last moment potentially.
Yeah, definitely here.
It's going to be the Ormar ban.
Yeah, well, all the key supports are banned here. That is huge for Hong Kong and China.
So
supports being taken away.
I do expect that we're going to see a crash maybe, but I'm not sure about any other supports. What do you think?
Arjun is really strong. Lumber is still really good. You know, those are the next level supports that we could see being played. Omen is going to be first pick. Ooh, they're going to give Lubu over, but Lubu wasn't an issue because Alan just overextended Lubu and got caught out so many times.
We've also seen Flash be such a dominant force in these matches. He's just played the hyper carry role so well, jumping in, dealing damage, getting back out, so I expect to see China potentially pick him up now.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what Ku's going to pick here. Again, Linus was the key hero that they had in both games. Malik, oh, beautiful pickup for Malik here. If they pick Malik and Wonder Woman, that's going to be huge. Or they can go for Malik Lubu as well, because Malik counters a Wonder Woman. We saw that Wonder Woman was not able to do much in the last game, because Malik just worked so well for them.
Yeah, the Malik shock ultimate, stunning, jumping up and then knocking up all of the enemy team. And that range is just so big, having such a huge area of effect. It's so great when you're fighting over the Dark Slayer or the Abyssal Dragon.
Yeah, we have Max as well available. So Max could be picked by Hong Kong to deny and counter the ADC pick that they want. Oh, they're going to take away Liliana. They don't want Miss on Liliana because Miss just played Liliana so well. What a nice, smart pick by China here.
I loved seeing Lao Shui on the Flash though, so I think I would prefer to see that again, personally speaking.
Yeah, but if Liliana is as good as Flash and Miss's Flash is not good as his Liliana, then that's going to be a really good pick for China there. Lubu will be picked up here. Two extremely strong side laners. Oh, wow. They're going to go to Wonder Woman as well. So they're going to go for a dive count. Lubu could end up going jungle here. Potentially, most likely will be jungle with Omen and Wonder Woman in the side lanes.
Yeah, I wonder who Team Hong Kong is going to pick up as their mid laner right now. It looks like Flash is the best remaining option. Let's see what China picks up on this next pick ban, though.
Yeah, let's see what China is going to do here. Chudong. Maybe they're going to go for Lindis and ADC composition into a heavy dive composition. Are they going to pick Crash to protect? Oh, they're going to go with Tar and Joker. This is what they played game 1, and they played to really good effect here. They had Joker and a Lindis, if you recall. So let's see if they're able to play double ADC again, because a double ADC into a dive comp is actually pretty risky.
That's definitely really scary. I wouldn't want to be Team China with two ADCs maybe going into that composition, especially with that Flash, Wonder Woman, Omen, and that Lubu. They're just so effective at assassinating your squishies.
Yeah, Flash is a really good counter ADC. We saw Lao Shui do that against the Lindis there, against Kit's Lindis. He just jumped in there, cycloned ultimate, and then flashed or flickered right into Kit there, so he couldn't escape. And it looks like Nina will be there. This is a very, very aggressive composition coming from the side of Hong Kong.
I would love to see that Mina use her taunt ability on the entire enemy team and then have Team Hong Kong follow up with all those knockups, all that damage, and the Cyclone from Hartley. That must be a really, really killer combo. So we'll see how effectively Team Hong Kong can pull it off.
Yeah, what is their last pick here? Are they going to go with the Lindis here? You know, interesting here. Or I think most likely they'll probably play Lindis and just play their comp really well and play around what. Yeah, yep, Lindis will be picked there. They have to play around the Mina and the Flasher and Omen. Oh my goodness, he has a Death Embrace and lock down opponent. So wow, this can be very tricky play here. They gotta be able to surprise and burst down Hong Kong before Omen can get in there and just lock one of their carries on with Death Embrace.
I think Lindis was the right pick against the Mina, actually, because she can poke at her from such a long range, and Mina isn't able to use her taunt to get close unless she uses that flicker, but it does have such a long cooldown that I don't know how effective it'll be against the ADC and the ranged composition of Team China.
Yeah, definitely here. So let's see how this will play out here. Hong Kong and China, they are fighting to see who's going to win this matchup. I like Hong Kong's draft better, honestly. If they can execute and dive properly and Flash and just outpoke them, and they can jump onto Liliana or Lindis or Joker, you know, that's three very squishy heroes with high damage. China just needs to burst them down. China needs to play super aggressive and not even allow them to dive onto, not allow the dive comp to dive into their ADC composition here.
I completely agree. As much as Malik and Tara are great picks, I really, really prefer Wonder Woman and Lubu, and it's really easy to see why they're such priority picks. They're just so versatile, having damage, mobility, and stuns to be able to sustain them and win their lanes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see mid play this Mina though. Maybe this Mina is going to flicker into, yeah, flicker ultimate. Oh my god, that's going to be so scary. Mina can flicker ultimate into the enemy team and then just taunt them and make them all focus her and be distracted by her while your allies can just secure the kills.
Do you think we'll see any early game invades this game?
Potentially here, looks like Hong Kong is setting up and predicting the invade onto blue side. Team China is going to look for an opportunity to go to the red buff of Team Hong Kong here and Hong Kong is playing more passive, actually, because Malik is so strong early, and they know that they can't beat Malik in the early game.
Lacey is going to be 3v1 there on the bottom side, allowing Ku on that Lindis to pick up that red buff. Actually, I believe it was the Liliana. So they are going to lose a red early game, but it is just one buff, so it's not such a big deal if Hong Kong falls behind right now.
Yeah, look at Ku here. Ku's going to be able to farm. Not level 2 yet. They're going to get level 2 pretty soon. Yet level 2 now. And even in gold right now, China is slightly ahead because they were able to take away a red buff from Hong Kong. But what matters now is how they're going to set up dominance over Dragon side, because it's going to be spawning in about 40 seconds. And everyone will be turning level 4 soon. So whoever turns level 4 first will be the team that's going to be able to take advantage of that and take the Dragon.
Yeah, and I like Mina's positioning over here on the side, providing some utility over there, acting as vision, and she's also going to be rotated up to top easily, where she knows that there are 2 people harassing that Omen in the top lane.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, look at it. Mid there. Oh, Chudong gets caught by the lasso. He's in a depth field spot. He's going to be able to flicker out, though. Wow, so dangerous there. Joker, Facebook. You cannot face check a bush as an ADC there. You got to be super careful. And I'm just going to see how Lachey is going to play this Liliana here, because we saw his flash do so well. And let's see how this will work out for China.
Yeah, I really don't like playing Liliana into a flash, because the flash is just able to poke at her so much harder. I really think that she is at a disadvantage in the middle lane. I just think that flash is so dominant.
Yeah, however, a good Liliana player can actually hit Flash in the face, because when Flash jumps in there, he's not immune. He can get hit by Shining and Binding Light and get stunned and bursted down by Liliana. So as long as Liliana can mechanically do that and hit him, and look at the aggressiveness from China here. They're invading jungle and exerting dominance, and they're going to go straight for the Dragon here because they know they've won the map control. Yeah,
Team China is in a really great position to take this Abyssal Dragon, and they're able to burst it down so quickly because they have so much damage on their side.
5-man rotation. Omen doing such a good job there. Hartley's going to go ahead and take this red buff. Miss is going to go ahead and help him trade here. It's exactly a good team wants to do. They want to trade and be able to not fall behind when the other team is collapsing on the Dragon like that.
Yeah, Hong Kong knows that they're at a disadvantage in that fight right now because they weren't in the position to take the Abyssal Dragon. So instead, they're just like, oh, I don't care. You can have the Abyssal Dragon. We'll just take your jungle instead.
Yeah, look at Chudong there, rotation. Oh, they're coming down. Liliana's going to be rotating down here. They're going to try to get the kill on Lubu. He's got to be careful. It's a 4-man rotation at the bottom here. Oh my goodness. He ults nothing. But Lacia is going to try to get that minion, but it's not going to be enough. And as a result, he's going to sacrifice himself to save the tower. But that was such an interesting ultimate by Alan there. He should have ulted underneath the tower and prevented Lacia from cleaning that wave, and they would have been able to take that tower, but because of a misplay, he's not able to.
Yeah, I really think that there are a couple of misplays there by both sides. Lacia used his Red Stallion into it when Team China didn't have any minions, so they wouldn't have been at risk of losing the tower anyways. But mid is going to get poked down really low here, and there's going to be some damage done to that bottom tower.
Yeah, this is the power of range here. They're playing their range game so well here. Chudong has so much burst because Joker, his passive, he charges up his next shot and does extra physical damage when he's out of combat there. So that punchline is devastating there to poke down his opponent. So they got to be careful for that.
Yeah, Liliana over there is going to be clearing her wave, whereas Mist just has really fast clear with that Mach Punch. So he's going to go there, pull out the Spirit Sentinel, and then go back to his lane and try to harass the enemies.
Yeah, they're exerting a lot of jungle, a lot of bottom lane control here. Lindis is going to take the red buff. Potentially, nope, they're going to back off, or they're not going to do anything. They're going to go ahead and go back to her jungle. Lindis has her entire jungle. She has not farmed her entire jungle. She's level 6 right now, and I think because of the farming that Lacia is doing, they may be able to get ahead here. Lindis is going to go ahead and rotate her jungle, and then the Abyssal Dragon is going to spawn here, and China is going to go ahead and posture around it.
Yeah, but I think that Hong Kong really has the potential to collapse around them. They have 4 people around there compared to the 3 of Team China. So they are going to be at a numbers advantage if Team China does decide to go for that Abyssal. So instead, they're going to play it safe and then just pull it out and reset it.
Yeah, you can see here that Liliana is a huge hero for Hong Kong. I feel like Miss is not doing as much, not contributing as much on the Flash as he is on the Liliana. So a really smart pick by Team China to deny Liliana from Miss.
I think mid is doing a really good job on this Mina going around. We haven't really seen any of her ultimates yet have any great impact, but I'm sure as we get into the later game, there are going to be many, oh my gosh, so many more 5-on-5 team fights where she's going to be used to great effect.
Yeah, look at that. The Flash was able to get Johei, but it's Tara. Tara can regen her health so easily because of his Steel Focus ultimate. Look at it, they take the Spirit Sentinel, They're going to rotate now. The dragon is up. No team is poshing around. No team trying to get it. They're trying to poke someone out, get someone low, get a gank here, and try to push towers down. Because that's the win condition of the double ADC composition here, is you're really strong in lane. So as long as they play together and fight in lane, China has a really good job of winning this game, playing to the win condition like that.
Both teams are both pretty scared of
going into the Death's Embrace, but Joker's going to come in time, and the team just supports it and makes him back off completely here. And look at that. Jiuhe barely survives. But again, Tara is not a good person to ult. You know, you don't want to ult one of the tankiest people on the side of China there, because that steal focus, again, that ultimate from Tara gives him so much sustain, so much regeneration that it's so hard to kill.
That's true. And take a look at this bottom lane. Neither team is going for the Abyssal yet. Both Alan and Lucia are both just like pulling out and resetting the Abyssal Dragon until they know that their team members can rotate down and take it. So instead, they're just going to skirmish around in lane and playing it safe.
Yeah, well, China needs to make a play here. Look at the rotation by Mist. They're going to go ahead and camp in the brush here. They might get collapsed on. Omen is also there as well. They got to be a little careful. However, Dragon is up, so they may give up a Dragon. And look at that rotation. Wow. They're cutting the wave on top tower, but Team China knows that. Look at that. They're waiting in the jungle in mid lane, and Alan is going to go and fight Lucia one. Look at the fight in mid there. A lot is happening. Look at Lao Sure. He's down low. He's able to jump out Lily on. That's making her so good. So mobile in Fox form. He can get away from so much trouble.
That's true. The Flash was definitely forced to jump away there because he was getting a little bit low, because Liliana's burst is just so strong. She just scales so amazingly. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a skirmish over here. Liliana is going to pop a Reiki shot.
Yeah, and then didn't really pop the Reiki shot right in front of Mina. She was right there. Alan misses his cleave. Again, it's going to come down how Alan's playing. You know, his Labu was left a lot to be desired for, and his Malik ultimates have not been landing, so he needs to connect these Malik ultimates to really get ahead. Look at Chu. Who's going to be on top and going to help push and try to get this tower here by pushing onto the Omen.
Which makes Alice a really, really good ban in that last... I'm not sure who banned it. I believe it was Hong Kong. But the Malik and the Alice ultimate would have just been deadly.
Yeah, Chudong though, when Joker gets late game, Joker is going to do a lot of burst damage with that punchline passive, along with killing Joke cannon shot as well. So they got to be careful, but look at it. Lassie's going to jump on this dragon. They're going to back off. No one wants to take the dragon and risk it, because if you try to get dragon and the enemy team collapses on you, takes dragon and aces you, you're in big trouble. Lasha's
going to get collapsed on here in middle, but she is able to use her unpredictable to get herself out of there. What a great play by Lao Shui, avoiding that damage and the stun.
Yeah, he definitely needed to do that. He also flickered away because Flash can flicker ultimate on top of him, so really smart play there by Lao Shui not to give that death over. And like I said, unpredictable gives him a chance to just jump out of danger.
Now Team China has 3 people on this Abyssal Dragon, and because they have so much damage over there, it looks like they're going to be able to take this dragon without the Lubu being able to steal it.
Yeah, Lao Shui gets it with a beautiful shining light. The burst damage that he has right now, so much. And right now, if Hong Kong does not do anything, they're going to be in trouble, because it's a double ADC comp. Double ADC comp is going to do so much work. And Ku falls here. Lindis there. Malik is not able to get the kill. Lao Shui might be able to come in time and get the kill here. Wonder Woman is going to be in trouble. Look at the damage coming over. Oh, he misses the Shining and Moonlight combo there. Lao Shui is not able to get the kill. Wonder Woman. That was huge for Kit to be alive there. Lao Shui missing those important skill shots in this fight.
Yeah, Lasia, if you saw, he got back there with basically 1 HP, but he was able to lifesteal back up with his ultimate, which gives him extra lifesteal and so much sustain. So Lao Shui and Alan were just outmatched in that composition.
Yeah, and that's huge there. Lao Shui there, not able to land these key Liliana skill shot. Oh, look at Wonder Woman is going to jump onto. Oh, but Lao Shui is able to jump out just in time. And wow, the death side is mid barely misses that death side. And Lao Shui survives another day.
Lao Shui is so good mechanically. He's avoided so many of these stuns, these knockups, whatever, with his invincibility frames, because he just knows how to use Liliana. He knows how to use Flash so well.
Yeah, and look at that damage on Miss, but he just recovers it right away here. Again, if Hong Kong does not push their lead and win, the late game ADC composition is going to be too much to handle. But, as you know, Ku constantly is getting caught out, getting killed a lot when Violet in game 2 and now Lindis right now. If they continue to do that, then China's going to have a really tough time winning.
Lasia is going to cut off Julia over here. Julia is going to pop her ult off, and Lasia is going to be trying to harass her, trying to get some damage on her, but she's just going to run away.
It's impossible to kill. Oh my goodness. That Steeled Focus ultimate is insane, the amount of life regeneration it gives her, and you just give up. You're like, I don't want to chase her anymore, because she's going to heal all of her life right back.
Look at those members of Hong Kong waiting there in that bush over there in the middle, but looks like no one's going to fall for the bait. Lasia's going to be really, really low over here, and Ku is going to get that kill.
Yeah, nice rotation gank there by Ku with tower. That Abyssal Dragon is up, but they're going to try to get this tower here. Mina needs to come down in time. The wave is crashing, and they're also pushing top tower. This split push is insane, but they're not going to go for the split push, actually. Joker is going to... Oh, wow, they're not. And Mina looks like defending the bomb tower as well. This is not good for China. They need to get a tower. They need to get objective out of here. They're not taking any objectives, but they're going to rush the Darkslayer immediately instead of Abyssal Dragon. But Lascia is respawning, and that's going to allow them to get the Darkslayer and put China in the game here. But Hong Kong may be able to get a steal here. We'll see.
I'm not sure if going for the Darkslayer at this point in time is reasonable because there are 3 of them over here.
Oh, no, he falls. That is not looking good. Lao She falls as well, but look at the damage from Juhei. Oh my goodness, the Malik comes in as well. Mina is in trouble here. That's really bad position by mid there. He's going to fall. That's going to be 4 kills over to China, coming right back in the game here.
That was such a risky play for them, going for the Darkslayer, but I guess it paid off for them in the end, allowing them to clutch that Darkslayer buff, get 4 kills, and then push towers just like that.
Yeah, look at Lindis from the bush there. You just cannot escape her. Lunar Champion comes out to secure that kill, and that is an ace from Team China. Now 3K go ahead and pushing right down the mid. This is looking really good for them.
Yeah, they have that wave over there, and Lindis with the red buff and blue buff, and just dealing so much damage to towers. They're gonna be able to take that tier 2 tower so easily.
Yeah, they got 2 towers. Not even going to the bottom lane because bottom lane is pushing. They gotta make it in time though. Instead, they're gonna clear up the jungle. The Abyssal Dragon is also up. They can take Abyssal Dragon and continue to get farmed up. Yep, they're gonna do exactly that. And that's going to give them a nice lead there in terms of gold and experience. Getting low 15 first before the enemy team is. And now they need to push this advantage. Double ADC ahead. This is not looking good for Team Hong Kong.
Yeah, for sure. Team China is finally getting themselves a really sizable gold lead after being almost even to Team Hong Kong in the early game. So it looks like they're really coming online with their double ADC composition. If this gets to the extreme late game when everyone is at full build and level 15, I can't see how Hong Kong will win.
Yeah, I can't see how Hong Kong can win either. As long as they're able to get on Ku though. You know, Ku position little out of position, overextends a little bit and gets focused on it and delete it immediately. So right now, the key Ku needs to do is he needs to watch out for the flash. That's the only hero that can get onto him. Lu Bu can also get onto him, but Omen can also flicker and Death's Embrace. But if you keep your position, you stay far back, then you're going to be really, really safe. So that's the key for Ku. If he does not die, he stays alive, then they can win this game really easy. They're 7K gold ahead now. That's a lot of damage they can do. They can just basically counter and do so much damage. Look at that. Look at Omen. So much. Oh my goodness. The burst coming from Mist there onto the Joker. And Allen landing a huge shock ultimate. And look at the burst. Mid is going to fall immediately. Allen's going to fall as well. Misty comes in there, gets it onto the Lindis, but not able to secure that kill. And Mist is so low. Jilliet comes right behind. Oh, Flash is a little bit in trouble here. They're not going to collapse on him. Oh, look at that. Ku is going to back off. They could have killed the Flash here. They could have collapsed. He was basically sandwiched. But instead of trying to get the kill on him, they back off.
Mist was just so deadly over there in that combo. I think that in this composition, what Team China needs to do to counter the Flash is that Malik. Allen on that Malik needs to use a shock ultimate, time it perhaps perfectly so that it lands on him right as his Cyclone ends, and then be able to stun him up, lock him down, and then get the kill on him so that your squishies are safe. Yeah,
that's a really good point. But look at the damage from Liliana. However, Lascia is going to be in trouble here. He's got to be careful. Oh, they're going to run away here. Flash is there. Got to be careful there. Lascia is going to be jump out using the Fox form. Got to be a little careful there. But look at the damage and the burst coming from Liliana. They got to be careful now. Lascia and Ku are the key here. Along with Chudong, though. China has just so much more damage versus Hong Kong.
I think that's definitely true. But the Flash on Team Hong Kong did manage to steal that blue buff, which gives him an extra 20% cooldown reduction. So that would make him such a beast in team fights, allowing him to maybe use the Cyclone ultimate twice in the span of one fight.
Yeah, that was a beautiful hit by Joker there. He landed a punchline, and then he got the pick-a-car or the canister laugh there ultimate, got the stun onto Lascia and killed the Lubu. And look at this. They're able to push another turret down. Oh my god, they should hit the turret here. They have a siege minion. Go ahead and hit the turret there. China's going to hit the turret. That's exact. When you have a siege minion like that and rolling down, you need to hit the tower as soon as possible. Your opponents are going to try to clear the minion wave. Who cares? Just hit the tower down because your goal is to hit down objectives, and that's how you win with the ADC composition.
For sure. Ku at this point should be totally ignoring the enemy heroes when they have minions pushing the tower and just use that tower button and just attack, attack, attack until the tower falls.
Yeah, definitely here. Let's see how the rest of the game is going to play out here for Team China. They have to just play properly. Again, they can still get caught out here, but late game, their comp is just way better. double ADC along with a heavy burst Leon. They have more range, more poke. Hong Kong needs to decisively engage, but you have Malak that can counter engage. So they're in a really, really tough spot now.
Hong Kong is definitely in the toughest of spots, being 5 towers down, so they have no mobility inside of their own jungle, inside of their side of the map. So they're just going to be able to be bullied around by Team China. So Team China is going to be looking for those picks, trying to force a fight, use their almost 10k gold advantage to be able to end the game, push down one of their lanes with a siege minion, and then take down the core.
Yeah, look at the split pushing that's happening here. Lindis has so much range. Joker and Lindis need to focus the tower. They can easily burst on this tower as soon as the minion lands on a tower because of the amount of damage. And look at that. Oh, it's beautiful defense, man. Wow, look at the Shining Light, Moonlight combo by Lao Shui there, taking down, chucking down the entire side of Hong Kong. This is exactly what Lindis and Joker needs to do. They need to go ahead and hit the tower here. They're going to focus on mid. Mid's opposition. Mina is going to fall. Looks like, yeah, he does fall. Flash jumps in, gets onto Allen. And like you said, the shot comes right down, gets onto Harley. Jillier falls to miss. And looks like Harley is going to fall here as well. No, he's able to get out just in the nick of time. However, they do have a wave coming down bottom. They can push this. But Joker, Chudong is not with Ku. They're going to rotate instead, go for a jungle when they have a chance to push this tower. Again, they have double ADC, and they're not pushing down these towers enough.
I think Team China definitely were a little bit scared there to dive, which they shouldn't be because they're so far ahead. That Malak is just so tanky, but he was forced to go back, so I guess I can kind of understand. But the health bars on Team Hong Kong were just so low after that fight, it's almost a shame that Team China weren't able to finish them off.
Yeah, they're definitely, and I feel like, again, you go for a tower. The tower is like a 6 hero. If you take out the tower, they have nothing to defense. You need to take out the tower first and then focus a hero. That's how you siege a tower. Too many teams, they try to focus the heroes instead. When Omen is so tanky, Mina tanky, they're able to kill Mina. But again, your goal is not to kill Mina. Your goal is to get the high ground tower. That is going to give you a super minion that spawns in mid lane. When you take a high ground tower, a super minion spawns and gives you a lot more pressure on the map against your opponent. So they need to start getting high ground towers with this composition.
Team Hong Kong is definitely really good at leveraging their towers and turtling in there. So if I were Team China, I'd do exactly what they're doing right now. Take the Darkslayer buff and then push down mid or whatever and then end the game. Take down the high ground tower so you have super minions and then destroy the other team and finish it.
Yeah, tower needs to go to bottom lane though. Omen is pushing the bottom lane. If they leave him alone, he's going to get in tower easily. It looks like, yep, tower's going to rotate all the way over and stop the Omen right in their track. What China needs to do actually is split push. They need to organize ways, and Omen is going to get caught out there. What a nice rotation, getting a kill on Hartley. And now this is their chance to get a high ground tower and potentially end the game here by getting some kills with this Darkslayer buff, because double ADC does so much damage. Lao Shui's going to hit in jungle. They're going to all take jungle for themselves, get to max. Going to save it for Lindis. Wow, save the red buff for Lindis. That's huge there. Now this is China's chance to shine here. This is China's chance to get this mid ground. Double wave, split pushing right down here. Try to get the top or mid tower here.
Yeah, and at 18 minutes in this game, Hartley can't afford to just die like that and feed himself into the enemy team, because at this point, death timers are almost at 1 minute. So at this point, when you're at a 4v5 situation, there's just nothing you can do, and it puts your team at such a disadvantage. So you see that China is able to take that tower without a hitch.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Focus on the tower. Don't even hit the heroes. The tower is so weak when the minions hit the tower. And look at the damage that they can do there. Joker and Lindis can easily hit down the tower. And the damage coming out there. They're in big trouble here. Allen's going to be in the back line. Chudong's getting hit by the tower there. Lindis Crew's going to be able to take down the tower here. And as a result, look at that. The mid-ground tower is going to survive. The minion is gone. There's nothing there. An entrapment, sorry, does not damage the tower, Ku.
Ku dived there a little bit, but without the minions over there, she just didn't do enough damage to be able to finish that tower off. But I expect with the next wave, the tower will fall extremely easily to Team China.
Yeah, Darkslayer is down. This is the second Darkslayer that Team China had. They only converted into one high ground tower. That is not a good trade for Team China. Now they're ahead by over 10k gold at this point, but they're not decisively winning these T fights, and they need to, be able to poke a little more. I feel like they're splitting up too much and not using the power of their double ADC combo to work together here.
Team China does have that super minion over there, but the Malak is going to use his shock ultimate, and they're going to collapse on the Lacer, who is again a little bit out of position. Mid is going to be taken down a little bit low, but Miss is going to be able to get a kill onto Chudong.
Oh wow, that ranking shot lands on two people, gets a kill. Kit falls. Harley's going to fall as well. Exceptional Glory revives Ku. Ku falls again, but this is going to be GG for Team China. Lao Shui again, the MVP. All 3 games, his Liliana play was just amazing. Although they killed Ku, they could not handle the power of Lao Shui, and that's going to be GG for Team China.
That was such a spectacular series to watch. Both of these teams played so exceptionally well, and I love seeing the back and forth between these two teams in this last game.
Yeah, what a crazy matchup. Both teams are so evenly matched. Hong Kong definitely won game 2, but China comes back winning game 3 and winning the series. MVP here, you can see Lao Shui did such a phenomenal job. Denying it from miss was a huge and such a smart pick there for Team China. But Kit really showing up on Wonder Woman with MVP there.
Yeah, Team China played a really risky composition with 2 ADCs, but they were able to use it to their advantage and win this game.
Yeah, overall, I would say that China did such a good job playing double ADC. They won ADC game 1. They won with double ADC game 3. Joker on Trudong was looking super solid. And I felt like game 2, Hong Kong was able to use their composition to counter and play against the style of China. And China was not able to put as much pressure. So kudos to both teams. But China comes out on top here with the all-star roster that they have brought for the Asian Games.
Let's take a look at this kill participation over here. You see Lao Shui definitely the MVP there with 13 kill participation.
Yeah, definitely here. China, again, the teamwork, their rotations. Look at the amount of damage that Lao Shui did as Liliana, 33%. A lot of participation, but you can see Hong Kong actually plays more with some teamwork there. They have a lot more participation in general over all 3 games. So China, they need to learn from these games and play a little better, because when they play against like teams like Korea and other strong teams, they have some loopholes and weaknesses that can play against them. So Team China definitely needs to learn from this best of 3 series there. But GG, Team China wins over Team Hong Kong.